That's why I never understood why he was so hypey and why he just like start telling her to shut up and hit her.
Well, probably. I mean, if somebody started recording, I'm sure something was going on before they was actually able to start recording. So they probably was already arguing. But the point I'm making is women don't be arguing with these niggas because that's
no.
I know. See, and this the problem. Y'all always want to do what y'all, but think there's supposed to be no consequences. All right, I'm gonna put it this way: if it was two men in there arguing, what y'all think would have happened?
They probably would have started fighting.
Exactly. It's gonna happen every time a man argues. He don't give a damn if you argue with a woman or a man.
Argue because sometimes in a situation, one man is not as aggressive as the other one, and he don't want that smoke.
So you know what he does?
Just because you're arguing doesn't.
But hold on, Shannon.
So if don't nobody throw no blows, we just argued. It was arguing, but he didn't get no fight going.
Who was arguing?
When that old boy in Texas at the Capitol.
Nigga, he was trying to fight. What the fuck are you?
There wasn't nobody about to let him fight. And
exactly. No. That's what I'm saying.
And the other person was the other person trying to fight? Was Q trying to fight? No.
Q was ready to fight.
But he wasn't trying to. It wasn't like
it don't take two people to try to fight.
No, because if Q wanted to fight when they were right there to the center. Why didn't they just fight? How many times
was the man not trying to get
in an argument?
Was the man not trying to get
Q? How many times have they been in an argument and he didn't get hit?
How many times have they got in an argument people had to step in?
Interesting.
How many times has Ade been in an argument and he didn't get hit though? With nobody.
Now you see what you're doing. You keep taking out the part.
With nobody stepping in, how many times did Ade get?
Never. It ain't everybody. Somebody's always stepped in.
Damn. Either way, that still goes to Daniel's point. Like, why was everybody standing there filming instead of trying to intervene? You see what I'm saying? But I don't agree. Like, if you feel like every time two men argue, they fight, then that's your opinion. I don't agree with that.
That's not an opinion.
It happens, but not always. And I don't think
Shannon. That's a fact. That's not an opinion.
It's not a fact. It's not a fact. That's not a fact.
You just showed that it was a fact. You just said, listen, god damn it. You just said every time somebody stepped in.
You said every time. I asked you if there wasn't there ever a time that he's had an argument with somebody and nobody stepped in and it got diffused because he backed down and the other person like, yeah, I thought so, nigga. I've seen it. Seems like I saw it. That don't always happen.
Okay, so let's say you've seen it. Did the men keep arguing is what the point you keep missing. One of them shut the fuck up and left it alone at some point. They didn't keep going back and forth and no fight happened.
Well, then you're extending what you're trying to say into an argument that doesn't get diffused.
No, my point was I said she shouldn't have been going back and forth with him because arguments lead to fight. And her going back and forth with him is what she did, and it led to a fight. So my point was, when have you ever seen two men continuously arguing and then they both just shut up and it's over? Now, one goes to swing on the other, or one
walk away still talking shit.
Huh?
I've seen men walk away still talking shit.
True.
Huh?
True.
I have seen men arguing and then they begin to walk away, but they still talking shit like fuck you, but they don't fight.
That man won't shut the fuck up. They didn't keep arguing.
I mean, I'm just saying, you saying that every argument is going to have a fight.
It does. You're saying an argument, but you're saying the argument stopped. Which goes to my point of saying, if she'd have stopped arguing with him, she wouldn't have got into the fight with him.
But she wasn't arguing with him anymore. He said, say one more word, it doesn't matter what she was saying. Because it didn't look like she was arguing to me. But I mean, if you just still gonna find a way to make it somehow, this woman can't even go outside and have the freedom to open
But
her mouth
listen,
and
this is
speak.
what I'm saying. This is
And
what
that
I'm saying
means
to you
somebody gonna
ladies.
pop her in the head.
This is what I'm saying to you ladies. Don't be arguing with men. That's what I'm saying. See, y'all missing the whole point. Y'all keep trying to make it about who right and who wrong, and I'll keep trying to tell y'all what stay in your place and don't be arguing with a man, because now, if they hadn't dropped the charges, look at what she could have let happen, and all she had to do was not say nothing to the man. There's plenty of time. I'm sure she has a man before that she's ignored saying something.
The way that boy was behaving, he was probably gonna hit her anyway.
That's what you're saying. We will never know because she never shut up, right?
I ain't going with that one. And if a motherfucker say, and so that means anytime somebody just want to cut in front of you, do it, say excuse me, and they can just start hollering and screaming. Okay, well then I'm calling my boy. You're interpreting it as however you want to interpret it. So
what is the argument in court?
I got your point.
What's the
It's not that he can whip your ass. It's that he
I
might.
just hope
It's possible.
that since they got them charges dropped, that woman get her son up out that city, move to a different neighborhood, location,
That's a mother for
a
you.
different part of Illinois, something. Because you think that dude, people about to just be like, oh, they good. No, no, no. Black people are too ignorant for that.
Yeah,
Or,
well, I heard that
So since y'all going against what I say, so y'all think it's okay to argue with men?
oh, I'm not paying
You're not saying that.
attention. Miss Shannon already.
If I said don't argue with men and you're going against what I said, then you're saying I'm wrong about what I'm saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
I started off saying I'm not saying he's right, but I'm saying women quit arguing with men.
What point are you making?
That's the point I'm making. What the fuck I just said. If I
sound
said don't argue with men and y'all saying, oh fuck that mean I can't go outside. No, nigga, that mean don't argue.
No, but I said that how is a woman if in her demeanor and she's like not arguing with him, if you interpret it as an argument, that's still on you. You can't just make anything that somebody comes out of a woman's mouth an argument.
That's not an argument. Argument is going back and forth.
That's right.
Like what y'all doing right now.
If you say something to me, I don't have the right to respond, or it's called arguing.
You can respond if you want. If you go back and forth, I didn't say if you respond. I said back and forth.
Well,
see, this is the problem with you niggas now. Y'all want to keep going being combative about shit that y'all know is right, but y'all want to be wrong. We talking about an argument. Everybody on this goddamn show know what an argument is. You don't have to be loud.
Small umbrella. That don't work.
You say what? What you say?
Who got? As you should. What did you say, Taffy?
And no, Shelby, I'm not saying a woman should just agree. I said a woman shouldn't argue. See, that's y'all goddamn problem. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't argue. I don't give a fuck if you disagree or not. Just don't argue with him. Walk away or ignore him.
Walk away. She didn't get no food.
I said walk away or ignore him. Learn to listen. Walk away while you're talking. Walk away or ignore him. You don't have to argue. There's different ways of handling shit. I don't even argue with
that. Stay the fuck in the house because you can't say nothing. You can't defend yourself.
So what she's saying, y'all, is she can't go out the house without arguing.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly
that's not what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying. I said don't argue, and you said what you're saying is stay in the house because I can't go outside if I can't argue.
That a woman is speaking. You trying to say that she can't even say nothing?
No, that's what you said.
And I said you don't need to argue. Arguing. She's not aggressive. He's aggressive. He's the one tripping.
You don't have to be aggressive to argue with somebody.
In that state is already being threatened. She did the right thing by texting her son to come bring it because we don't know where Loopy Loop was taking this because he was already hyped up to do what he was gonna do.
That nigga strong arm her.
This
Strong
is
arm.
this is
He
not
was
one of them situations where she was jumping in his face, being hella aggressive. She was in there and she has the right to get her food. That's why the charges is dropped.
I'm
Because
surprised. I'm surprised she was going in on him like that too, a little bit, because it did seem like she was a little bit controlled in it. But I'm surprised, being in Chicago. I'm surprised homeboy didn't have his pew pew on him. You know what I'm saying?
Who, the guy?
And pulled it out
You
because
talking about the guy that got shot?
yeah, I'm surprised he didn't pull it out.
That's probably what he running to the car for after he got shot.
I mean, that's the one thing, man. In Chicago, the one thing, man, I know is I be in a lot of different situations, man, and people get combative, or like people get, it could be something as simple as you could be in the back of an Uber car. I was in the back of an Uber car for Halloween one time, and it was bumper to bumper about, man, we was about 6, 7 cars at the stop sign, car to car, and it was about 10 minutes per car because it was so crowded. The streets, everybody was walking. It was crazy traffic out. So the Uber driver got mad. He beat the horn. About 3 cats walked up on the side of us. One dude flashed his gun. I'm in the back of the Uber car. I'm like, oh man, shit, it's about to go down. I'm about to get shot. It's only, I mean, I'm looking around and probably ain't really the neighborhood I should have been in, no way. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. So I stay calm. Even different situations, sometimes I stay calm just because I'm thinking, man, this dude might have a gun, I might die. I just better shut the hell up and just roll out. So I'm surprised she was kind of going in like that, even though it did seem like she was controlling what she was saying. But I mean, I still defend the mom and the son in that one, just because, man, that dude is,
Yeah. I defended the mom and the son in that one too.
yeah, he was wrong.
Hey, point I'm making. Point
Yeah,
I'm making is don't even put your kids. As a matter of fact, so we had this discussion at breakfast the next day, and there was a young lady there with one of the guys, and so she the one showed me the video and told me about it, and so she was saying. So then we had another shooting here in Kansas City. A young lady. It was on her birthday. She had made her last live. She had made a live, and the live said, matter of fact, I was going to put it on. But she said, she started off, she's like, hey, it's a bitch 28th birthday. I will slap a fat bitch in the mouth, and I'll put a nigga to rest and all this stuff, and then end up getting killed that night. So I was thinking, and I was talking to her, and I said, I wonder if they actually meant to kill her because they shot a lot of people that night. I said, I wonder if that was actually meant for her. Because when somebody says some shit like that, you don't know what the hell they into or how they like for them to say some dumb shit like that anyway. But then so the girl at a situation happened to her the day before. So she starts off saying she was in traffic and a guy cut her off. A guy and this girl cut her off. And so she needs to get off the highway. So she cut them back off because she had to get off the highway. Wasn't that much room left. So which that started off as a lie because if they cut you out, how the hell can you cut them off? That means you should be behind them. So you could just get the hell off the highway. But I let her go on with the lie. So she said she cut them off. So when she says she cuts them back off, she says they follow her and they stopped at the light and sandwiched her in. And so the guy says something and she says, so you think she's like, so you think I'm going to just not say nothing? So shit, I said my shit. And he got out and put a gun to her daughter's head, which was in the car with her. I said, see? I said, first of all, when she started clapping, I said, see, it's that goddamn clapping. I said, your attitude bad, first of all. I said, so you feel like it's more important for you to say something back than your daughter and your safety.
Yeah.
I said, no, sometimes just shut the fuck up and ignore people. You don't have to respond to every goddamn thing.
Yeah.
But our black women today feel like they can say what they want to say when they want to say, but don't feel like they have to suffer the consequences that come with it. Men can't say what they want to say when they want to say it. There's consequences with shit. Yeah. Whether the consequences are right or not, That's what comes with arguing. Especially today when you know these niggas as weak as they come. Niggas don't even. Matter of fact, this is what I told her. I say, listen, I teach my sons all the time. If somebody tries to argue with you, don't argue with them. These niggas don't argue unless they got a gun.
Right.
They saw. The only reason that nigga in Chicago was arguing with that lady is because she was a lady.
Yeah.
I bet a nigga could have been in line, whatever that lady said or didn't say, a man could have been in line and said the same thing to him, and that nigga probably wouldn't have said a word.
Right.
But he
Why
felt
do
like
you
he had the
think
ups
you
on
feel
this
so
woman,
comfortable?
so he's gonna try to punk this woman, and did what he did, and he got what he got. But the point I keep trying to make is, don't argue with folks. Folks ain't arguing just to be arguing nowadays. Folks arguing because they got a pistol and they'll try to shoot you because they weak out here.
That's true.
These niggas don't argue because they want to fight.
Right.
Be careful.
And then you can tell by what the hell they arguing over.
Yeah.
You gonna argue because a nigga cut you off, and then I cut you back off and you mad, but you cut me off first.
Well, that was her engaging in the fuckery. Because once he cut her
Exactly, and
off,
that almost got her daughter
once
killed.
he cut her off, she should have let him just be gone. Like, why is you gonna chase him down and get involved in some?
Because she feel
I'm
now
trying
they
to
chased her down.
by 2 seconds. Well, she had if he cut her off, like you said, and then she turned around and cut him off, she had to chase him down to get
Yeah,
back in
exactly.
front of it.
That's
So
how I
she
feel.
involved herself in the fuckery. I'm just saying, I agree with pick your battles, and nobody should be really arguing. Anybody should walk away, whether it's two men, two women, a man and a woman. If it gets too heated, somebody should walk away. But you can't just always put it on turning around and make it because women are talking all of a sudden that's an argument and it's justifiable to go in with that kind of violence. You know what I'm saying? Now, in that situation, I just don't agree that in this situation it applies. That was all my point was. Cause I agree you gotta pick you ain't I'm not tripping with no nigga in the street. You got it. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, I just don't think that was it
But
was.
she didn't do
I
that.
just, I
She
just think
didn't.
that I think that boy was intent on doing whatever the fuck he came in there to do because he was too wound up. He was too
But
wound
y'all
up.
don't know what he was wound up over. Y'all don't, like I
You
said,
don't.
the recording started later, so obviously there was probably an argument leading up to when they finally they wasn't just recording the restaurant and then just popped off. So the argument was already in going
Of
on
course,
before they
because
started recording.
it takes people a second to get their phones out and get them going. Because that's all people do these days. Nobody thought, hey, let's diffuse this. Hey, young cat, how about we calm this down? Because now, I mean, anything, because if you're going to say the woman should have been quiet, then that means everybody in there should have actually left. Because nobody knows where this is going. But you can't predict something like that. If you just out about doing your business and somebody comes in rambunctious, that's why I think it would be nice to know what started it, but it don't look like that woman did anything, and to try to just automatically find a way to make it her a woman's fault and throw in this argument about black women. I mean, I think that's kind of fucked up in this situation.
That's because that's the way you
I don't,
feel,
I
and that's
don't,
what I said.
I
I said women
I
don't
didn't
argue with men.
and I also heard you throw in this was wrong with our black women.
And see,
All
this is
black
what's
women
wrong with
are
it. Because
not,
all y'all in this
and there
chat
needs to be black
is
women
still
that
saying the
are
same
other
thing.
races of women that are just like
I
that.
don't deal with other races of women. I see y'all every day. I probably don't see 10 white
But
women
you
a
have to
day.
be able to speak to a broader audience because it ain't just all
No,
us.
I speak to the
We got a
audience
black man over
who
here,
I'm
right?
talking to. No, I'm talking to the black women. Y'all the motherfuckers I see every day.
Ask about what all of us are doing if all of us are not doing that.
Ain't nobody said
It
all
ain't
of
got
y'all
no
do it.
sense. So you can't just label black women, throw that in there. Like I think that's just fucked up. That every chance y'all get, y'all throwing in something negative on the black woman. That's probably why this boy don't have no respect for black women as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't even get a chance to exhibit whether or not you're respectable according to y'all or whatever the fuck y'all talking about, because y'all automatically just left us all into some one fucked up ass ball. And every opportunity that you get, that's what the fuck you trying to do instead of trying to at least say, how about he have done? If he was so, he the one angry. If he's so angry, him and his little girlfriend, because she was egging it on. If they were so angry, why they didn't just leave? Why wasn't the woman who was the fucked up bitch in this situation was the girlfriend? Because if I was his girlfriend, well, I guess he wouldn't have a girlfriend like me if he's the kind of nigga he is. But his girlfriend should have been like, "Hey, baby, it's not worth it." That's the fucked up bitch in this equation. What? Just forget it. It ain't that serious. Come on. Instead of egging it on and trying to tell this woman about how she about to get her ass beat because she's been getting her ass beat, she good with that. Go ahead. I would like to see you hit another bitch because I'm tired of hitting me. That's all that screams. That he been abusing the fuck out of her, and now she just think it's okay, and now they all hyped the fuck up with that bullshit. So that's where I'm at with it.
So y'all want to talk about what he should have did?
That's
what y'all want. Did we figure out what she should have did, the woman, yet?
A lot of stuff she should have did.
Man, I'm gonna say this.
The law, she did the right thing because she's free.
So you
I'm gonna say this.
So you agree with the law? Is that what you're saying? You agree with what the law says?
I'm going with the law on the fact that if I can fuck you up because you start hitting me in my motherfucking face and I can kill you, I'm going with that law. I'm going with that law that says that if somebody sees somebody fucking me up like that, they can kill them to stop them from doing anything and continue to do whatever they need to do until the threat is neutralized. In this case, neutralization meant you dead, nigga. So I'm with the law. I'm with the law because if you are trying to go with this narrative that every time somebody gets to hollering and screaming, everybody got to shut up, then everybody that might as well stay in the house, and then all the crazy people just be outside.
Why can't you just go outside without you screaming and stuff?
Why is it that
why you keep saying you got to stay in the house?
Because you can't talk. Because if I
can't talk. You can't talk without arguing.
No, that's what you're saying. You're saying
that's what you said. I said no argument. I said exactly what I was saying.
That's an argument, and if they deem it as an argument, and you don't,
it's no such thing as deeming as an argument. We all know what an argument is. Ain't no such thing as deeming an argument. An argument is an argument.
The Senate going back and forth.
It's a debate.
You know damn demon as no argument.
Where did she go?
You know what an argument is.
Damn.
Where did she go?
I was about to sign off too. I'm like, shit.
I can see it the way I want to see it, and you can say what you want to say, but I don't agree. I don't agree that you can find a way to turn it into like if everybody just run around. And if a woman, oh my God, yeah, we got to stay in the house because looking at you going to turn into an argument in a minute. Breathing going to be an argument next.
I'm sending you the, what's called?
RUC fighting is women, though. You got to start shooting each other.
When it came to fight, I don't think she really was like arguing with that boy. I think that boy was out of control, and his girlfriend is the one that should have helped that situation. His girlfriend should have been like, "Come on, baby, that's crazy, bitch."
No, he shouldn't have been arguing with no woman in the first place.